Remember when cartoons used to have the Halloween specials? I always liked the vibe of Halloween episodes. And luckily for me, anime has entire arcs and series dedicated to being the most terrifying yet aesthetically pleasing thing you've ever seen. I'm gonna let you know one thing right now. None of these, because I'm not trying to give y'all nightmares, but also I haven't seen them yet. Play my intro. If there was an award for the best overall vibe of an anime, not gonna lie, I'm giving it to One Piece, but Dandadan is definitely up there. The different aliens, the character designs, they got my boy looking too cold. And to go with the spooky aesthetic, it has ghosts and aliens, and these things are terrifying. Like Turbo Granny, she goofy, but she immediately just gave me Sukuna vibes. She does not want to give Okarun any power whatsoever. Took this dude's junk. So immediately from the start, even though our duo of ISA and Okarun have crazy powers, the stakes are still through the roof, and it gives you this eerie feeling, not knowing what's gonna happen next. And trust me, you never know what's gonna happen next in Dandadan. This show was basically perfect from the start, so if you haven't given it a chance yet, you should definitely check it out. I can't make a video about spooky anime without talking about Soul Eater. It's literally the Halloween anime. Everything from the characters to the background environments, it just blends together in this perfect, harmonious display of vibes. I know people who haven't seen a single episode of Soul Eater and their favorite anime character is Death the Kid. Do you know how much aura you gotta have to be someone's favorite character when they know literally nothing about them other than he looks cool? And it's not just him, all the main cast is oozing with personality. You got Black Star with his ego so big he feels sorry for you that you didn't know he was the best. Then you got Maka and Soul, who are the cleanest duo in the entire show. Soul Eater is unmatched when it comes to sheer vibes and aesthetics, so much so that even people who've never laid eyes on a scene from the anime can recognize this image right here. And look at this animation, bro. This show came out in 2008. I hate to say this, but some of y'all were in diapers in 2008. That's crazy. Vibrant colors, the environment contrasts beautifully with the dark undertones. This show has some very interesting story beats to go with all the sheer coolness that exists within it. The characters are so three-dimensional. Even though they have their own quirky personality tropes, they don't feel like cardboard cutouts. Did I mention how cool this show is? Go watch Soul Eater right after this video. You will not be disappointed. You're in for a treat with Chainsaw Man. Get it? Treat, Halloween. Anyways, this is one of the wildest roller coasters of a story that you will ever experience. Remember what I said about Dandadan? How you'll never know what's gonna happen next? I'm pretty sure Fujimoto doesn't even know what's gonna happen next in Chainsaw Man. This story is insane. Devils feed off of people's fear and grow stronger in proportion to how scary they are. If I see something like this walking around, it's instantly becoming the strongest devil in the show. This thing is an abomination. We have barely scratched the surface of the true terror of Chainsaw Man's world, and believe me, it gets dark down there. Like every single anime that came out in the past 5 years, Chainsaw Man is animated by the sweatshop workers over at Studio Mappa. And this genuinely is one of the best anime adaptations I have ever seen. They had no reason to go this crazy. This is pure chaos, about what you would expect from a show about a boy with chainsaws sticking out of his arms and head. It's got everything. Ghosts, zombies, bats, this thing, shark boy, lava girl, and spoilers, Santa Claus. Bro, they made Santa Claus one of the most terrifying villains ever. This thing is pure evil. There's also blood and guts flying everywhere. You're probably an adult. You can handle it. You be alright. Everything in this show has this underlying evil to it. Like, you can't trust anything, especially if you're Denji. The universe hates this kid. And with all that being said, Chainsaw Man is perfect for that adrenaline rush and thrill you would want from a darker story. So yeah, go watch it. We talked about anime that are perfect for spooky season, but what if you just want a little change of pace in a show that's not normally spooky the whole way through? That's where the classic Victorian era Halloween vibes of Thriller Bark and One Piece comes in. One Piece definitely has some dark, scary, and very creepy moments, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily known for that. It's more of a comedy action adventure story. So you can imagine my surprise when I found out that there was an entire arc that takes place in a massive haunted mansion. The way this arc was introduced to us was genius. We get something that's seemingly terrifying, a singing skeleton on an abandoned, rotting ship, only to find out that Brook is actually just a lonely old weirdo who hasn't seen any normal people in a really long time. Nothing in Thriller Bark is as it seems. Depending on whose perspective we follow, things are either hilarious or absolutely terrifying. And that's the greatness of this arc. It manages to have such a balance between spooky moments and moments that will make you genuinely laugh out loud. Luffy, like, he sees the zombie and he pushes it back into the ground. Bro, that is one of the funniest jokes in this entire show. Luffy is just, it's honestly impressive how he's made it this far. But Thriller Bark, from the perspective of these three scaredy cats, is where it truly is comedy gold, because they are just so terrified. They don't even want to believe anything they're seeing until the paintings start coming out of the walls to chase them around. Then it's time to lock in. But all jokes aside though, Thriller Bark is one of the really underrated arcs of One Piece in my opinion, partially because of this weirdo who is like the quintessential worst character in the entire series. Other than him though, like I said, I think Thriller Bark is pretty cool. However, there is a huge glaring issue whenever I want to recommend One Piece. This arc starts around episode 340. So if you've never watched One Piece, I don't suggest you skip all the way to Thriller Bark. That being said, you already know what that means. Clear up that schedule, my boy. It's time. Jujutsu Kaisen is truly one in a million. On the surface, it seems like just a punch fighty meathead show, but underneath, it's a little bit more than that, you know. JJK is so freaking cool. The Shibuya incident arc was like, it takes place on October 31st, Halloween night. Cursed users, sorcerers, they're both running around the city trying to take each other out. And I mean, just look at some of these dudes. Anytime Sukuna is on screen, it's like time stops and you just gotta sit there in shock and awe. And like a lot of other people, I started watching JJK for two reasons. This and Satoru Gojo. Everybody be boxing in this show. Everybody be boxing in this show. Nobody is safe. Even the main character got cooked in like episode 4. I don't want to get into too many spoilers in this video, but just trust me on this one. You do not want to miss out on what's to come for this show. If you have never seen JJK, I don't even know why you own any piece of technological equipment. Matter of fact, give me your phone. You know what? Never mind, you keep that. And that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna be honest. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Join the Discord. Shout out to the people on the Patreon, Gwen, Bioman, Jonathan, and everybody else who decided to join for free. I really appreciate y'all. 2 videos in a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. I think I started YouTube about 2 years ago to date, like almost exactly 2 years ago, which is kind of crazy because I don't really have that many videos. I kind of just, me and YouTube have a complicated relationship, but I'm feeling that fire. So you know what? I'm not gonna dwell on the past. I'm gonna capture this fire. I'm gonna harness this, and I'm gonna use it to make some of the best videos I possibly can. I'm gonna try to keep it alive for y'all. What's my outro? Subscribe if you want to hear me talk about your next favorite anime, and with that, I'm out of here.